The new 26.2 update is here, and here I am, making a new series. In today's episode, we have one goal, to find a beautiful scenic place to start building a base and start our journey. Without further ado, let us dive into this adventure. The first thing I did after spawning in was to start vandalizing the environment, gathering wood, stone, or would you say cobblestone, crafting stone tools, and getting more resources such as coal and wood. I soon came to the realization that spawn was quite empty and desolate. I decided to head out of spawn and go explore for an area that is more resource abundant. Definitely not looking for oil. A while later, I found this shipwreck encased in ice. It wasn't long before I found the chest in the shipwreck. Okay, this loot is not too bad. Oh look, some iron! That will definitely be useful later. With that shipwreck looted, I went out into the open ocean. Little did I know, there will be the many shipwrecks that I'll be looting. Of course, you wouldn't want to see me go around the ocean, dive down and look for shipwrecks, so I'm just going to show you the loot chests. I didn't only find shipwrecks, I found ruined portals on the way, which also contained good loot such as iron, golden tools and flint and steels. On the way, I also found some sheep, so I and got their wool for a bed. It feels so good to be asleep. Additionally, I traumatized some cows in order to get some food. Sorry, cows. After looting for quite some time, and really it has almost been an hour, I finally stumbled across a village. Guess what? The moment I started approaching this village, it started raining. This cannot be good. Not wanting to get drenched, I immediately dashed into a house. After that, I crafted some chests to put my stuff in. I also crafted some furnaces for future use before dumping all my stuff into the chest. It has been quite a long time since I started playing, so I logged for the day. I started out my day just randomly looking around the scenic view for a nice place to build base. This area should do. After setting my sights on this little piece of land that is overshadowed by this beautiful ice mountain, I started clearing out an area for the base. I then gathered some materials that I would need, such as wood and stone. While the stone was smelting, I decided to place down some supports. I used oak wood, which I believed would be a great choice to pair with the stone walls I planned to build. I then replaced the middle section of stone with a cherry floor. Guess what? After that daunting realization, I decided to head to the nearby forest to grab wood and saplings, hopefully some birch, as I knew my current stock was not gonna be enough. After heading home, I set up a simple tree farm by planting saplings in 2 straight rows. Having solved the issue of not having enough materials, I stripped the cherry floor and exchanged it with spruce, as it looked much nicer. I then stripped the logs on the floor. I continued on the wooden supports and walled the base with freshly cut stone, before finishing up the floor with birch and roofing the house with the same material. Through the process, I added a front door, adjusting it to my liking. I also added some windows, deciding that glass panes would be more efficient. Here is the process of the build. I added some stairs as I plan to expand on the house in the future. Decided to secure an area with oak fences and greenify my front lawn a bit. The grass should grow back. With that, my house was basically done. I put down some chests and furnaces, and I moved all my stuff from the village house into these chests. For my convenience, I decided to label some of these chests. So we are done! A simple little house that I can modify a bit against a beautiful mountain. Which builder cannot be more satisfied?